Time to go live, all the way live, as we say. All the way live. All right, all right, all right. Everybody, good to see everyone on this illustrious, or as I say, great Sunday. You know, not every day, but we're going to make it every day a good day for those that understand. I think I named the show "Let's Get It Together," and there's no other way to be but come together, and we're going to need everybody to do that. It's just a myriad of things that are going on in our communities and in our nation and in our state, our city. It's just unbelievable. But, you know, hey, little by little, we have to bring it together. And it takes all of us. It takes all of us to make it work. And I think about, as time goes on and time passes, I think about the many, many great people, many good people that I've met in my lifetime and that have helped me and that have allowed me to help others. That was something I said over 10 years ago. I said, God has blessed me to help people. And if I can help someone, that's a blessing, and that's gratitude enough for me. Always, if I can help somebody. And then in turn, hopefully they'll help somebody also, no matter what it can be. And sometimes we don't realize help can come in some of the smallest things that, you know, the most minute things that you can do. And, you know, hey, if we can just get people to understand that, you just get others to feel that, hey, if I help you, maybe you'll help the next man, and so forth and so on, until we build this great network of people helping people. As Barry always says, people helping people. If we could make that whole network jump into order, that would be a great thing. Hey, I'm looking forward to better days, greater days, and better situations for people. You know, it's unbelievable that we've gone almost a whole year with the magnitude and level of political, I want to say, craziness that we've had. Just can't remember in my lifetime ever seeing things as such. Not to say that this is the worst, but there have been days that were a lot, how can I say, a lot more tumultuous than what we currently are experiencing. But it's up there. It's very close to being up there with the worst in this country. And I'm gonna have to be the person that say, we need to come together, we could do better, and let's get it together. You know, at the end of the day, let's get it together. We really need everybody to come together because now we're looking at people losing their SNAP benefits. We're looking at people not receiving work, not receiving payment for their work. And these are people in critical positions in this country that can jeopardize our lives, the way we live, if we live, you know. That's the really sad part about it. You know, we end up in a space in life, in our lives where it's just so critical that people, you know, have help, and we got people that are helpers, but they're not getting paid. You know, that this is not good. The people are not getting paid, and they're working. What do you say there, Tiny?
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. Just kind of reflecting on the idea that, you know, almost a month, is it? Federal employees have not paid, and we count on these people for our livelihoods. For our lives, and they count on their payments, their paychecks for their livelihood. You know, can you imagine you're working for the federal government and you literally have to go borrow money to go to work because you don't have gas money, or you gotta borrow money so you can eat and have lunch money and food because you haven't been paid in almost a month. You know, this is what we're living. And I know, you know, for those that are not working for the federal government, they may feel it because they have relatives or friends. But a lot of people don't see it. I mean, we're jeopardizing our airspace. Can you believe that? Because we haven't paid the air traffic controllers. I had said to someone, I'm like, you would think, or you would have thought that all of the major airlines would have just pitched in money, the owners, just pitched in money to pay the air traffic controllers until they get back on their feet. And then I'm sure once they get their money, they'll pay it back. It's not as if they, you know, what you got to have one hand wash the other, right? The major airlines, planes don't go up in the air, they lose money, right? Commerce stops. People can't get to where they need to go. Business still can't be done. None of that. So you gotta have some sense of trust in somebody and to help them. That's all I'm saying. Time you said something.
Well,
I think you on me. No. All right, go ahead.
you know, I've been in a couple of the situations where people be talking about how hard it is and how the poor people gonna suffer and all of this. And I remember when I was coming up, we were poor, we were on aid, and my mother told me, she said, "It's aid. It's not enough for you to live off. You got to do something else."
Right.
And the people, I remember we had a TV that my mother had took a dresser and took the drawers out and made a front so you could lay it down and we look at TV, then you put it up and you wouldn't know that we had a TV. And you know, like poor people can
Yeah.
survive, you know.
Right.
It's gonna be hard on the white people than it will be on us.
Yeah. Remember the days, Tiny, when you have a refrigerator and you put your milk outside on the ledge
Yeah.
and put your food out in the cold so that at least it wouldn't spoil. But you had heat, you had electricity, but
Yeah.
or maybe you didn't even have electricity. You had heat, you know,
Yeah, I
and
remember
you
them
had to put your
days.
food out there. Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy, but that wasn't too far, back.
Right. And
Like
see,
you said,
yeah, and then I'm finding out more and more. We had millionaires doing slavery. We had
yeah,
rich black people, you know, and they took away the history. They don't let you know all the great things that we've done. But we've
right.
done a lot. And we can survive without them. They can't survive without us.
Ain't that about nothing, right?
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. Nobody
hmm
ever looks at perspective, and it's been going on for so long that you know we've been bamboozled, or they say ran amok, and
hmm
for so long that the only thing we know is just a lie.
hmm
And it's sad that it's been done to the masses. I mean, so many people. It's not just like it's just been a few people. It's the masses that have been lied to,
Yeah.
and we prop the same story, and much of it has no validity to it. But nevertheless, we I've been out today, down in MacArthur's today. Richard Borkins had a press conference
Okay.
for his campaign,
hmm
and an opportunity to go down there, see what he was doing, and an opportunity to speak. But hey, it's gonna be a very interesting race.
Yeah. How many people in the race now?
I think it's about 8 or 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I heard it was 15.
Oh, well, then there's probably one more. 16 now. I was
Okay.
just going by the paper head out. It just had the eight pictures in the paper. But I
hmm
was the same thing you were saying. I know there's some others, but hey, just never thought this day would come. Congressman Davis would be stepping down this soon,
hmm
and you know, and here we are. The hurricane and the whirlwind and the vacuum has begun. Has
hmm
began. Yeah. Hey, Hey, did you arrange a guy? We did presentations over at Bethel New Life this Friday, Thursday. I'm sorry. And did you know Sharif
Which
over at
Sharif?
Project Sharif Walker?
Oh,
His
yeah,
dad
yeah.
was the student.
Huh?
His
Yeah, I
dad was
know his mother, Beverly Walker, and her husband, and Tom Walker.
Yeah, I think that's his name. He
Yeah,
mentioned that that's what he talked about. He said my dad was one of the first 10 black people to graduate out of Dartmouth. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
that's Tiny's group.
That's right. As a matter of fact, me and his father graduated from the same class.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I told him that, I said, Tiny, I said, Alan Evans. He said, yeah, my dad, I know who he. I said, that's my guy, man. That Tiny come up with. I said, yeah, he's like a mentor to me. He come up with Butch and Miller. I said they go way back. And I known them for 15 plus years. No, no, yeah, close to almost. But
yeah.
he was so funny because when the way he said it, I'm like, can't be. That's why I text you. I said, what was his name that just passed? Your guy that just passed about 8 months ago.
Uh, that just
Your
died, huh?
main guy. They graduated with you guys. He right there on the
Percy.
picture.
Percy.
Percy Wiggins, right?
Right.
I couldn't think of Percy's name for nothing. Look, when I looked at you moved your head, I saw the picture. I'm like, there he is right there.
Right.
Who's the other guy?
Oh, that's Henry Jordan.
Okay, I heard you mention him quite a bit.
Yeah. He and I were the first two.
The first two?
Yeah. And Percy was the
What do you
first
mean by
one we chose. Me and Henry went up the first year, and
okay.
they said we could have a program, and we came. You know, so
So Percy's last name is Wiggins.
yeah,
What's
Wiggins,
his last
Percy
name?
Wiggins. Yeah.
Think of Percy's name. Met him many times. I can't think of his name many times.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't make it to his funeral.
All right. Well, yeah, he was a good man.
Yeah, small world because I never would have thought that Sharif's dad was one of the guys.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a small world.
His wife and everything. I mean, his mother.
Yeah, his mother. Yeah, Beverly. All right. Right. And Tom, his father, he used to be in the ROTC, the Air Force ROTC.
Yeah, he talked about that.
You know, so
Talked
and they,
on to
and
go to IIT.
yeah, and they got a house over. I don't know if it's still in Austin, but it's west. Maybe it's in Austin, but they got a house, huh?
Yeah, it's over in Austin in Midway Park. I think they live on Midway Park or Race or
Yeah,
Midway. Which one
yeah,
is? I don't know. Race, I think it is. Race.
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. It's a small world.
Yeah. And he went on to say his dad went on to school for architecture.
Right.
Became an architect and went to IIT. I was like, wow.
Right.
Well,
And then he
provided
had a job over at the airport. He
his
was
dad,
something, huh?
his dad,
Yeah.
probably do with the city, something that he was talking about. But hey, it is indeed a small world. But while we got a small world right now, we need to dive into some of these situations and allegations and everything else, Asians, that's going on. What's going on, Dr. Reuters? What you say?
Not much. Just my family just left, so
What they did?
cleaned it up after them. Yeah.
What's going on? Just hanging out.
Yeah, we did a make your own pizza day
Oh,
yesterday and today pretty much. So had my family over. I was in the backyard doing brick oven pizzas. So
okay.
mhm, yeah. Yep, and I
Hey,
had some dough left over, so I did some more today.
okay. Make your own pizza there. How'd
Mm-hmm.
that turn out?
It's good.
You
Yeah, man.
uh,
It was my first time using my pizza oven, so I had to learn how to use it. I did better today than I did yesterday, that's for sure. But I mean, overall, the pizzas came out good. Everybody made their own pizza, so no complaints.
hey, I was just done. I was on Madison today, looking, coming from Oak Park. And
Mm-hmm.
as I looked east, I said, man, it's a beautiful sight to see Madison Street and all its grandeur, looking towards the lake where you can see downtown and what do you call it, skyline. And I said, man, this is. I said, I don't ever remember it being like this when I was a kid. It was all a lot, tattered. You didn't have the trees like you do down going down the streets. You didn't have the middle with the planters, and you definitely, I don't know what it was, but you just literally, I'm gonna have to ask Percy, do you remember seeing the skyline from Madison Street at any point? I mean, when you got down to like, I can recall seeing it like near Damon or Ashland, but I never could remember seeing it as it is now, all the way from Austin Boulevard.
Mm.
It could have been that there weren't as many tall buildings around Madison. But I know for sure you could see it. It was very prominent once you got to at least would you say like Western almost? Tiny.
Yeah, for sure, Western.
Yeah, for sure, Western. And then there you go, you got the big picture on. Yeah. Another thing, hey Tiny, you remember back in the day when you would look towards the east, and all you would in the wintertime, all you would see is just black billowing smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, looked like the whole world was just gray, black and white and gray back then, because coal and oil.
Yeah.
Oil burned a lot cleaner than the coal.
Right.
But the coal for sure is, just billow all across the skyline as you look east. But yeah, at Madison, I mean, it could be great, man. It could be a great street, and all we got to do is, I mean, and the reason I brought that up is because I started off from Oak Park, almost Harlem, and I'm looking at all these new developments that they've had in the last 15 years in Oak Park on Madison. And I'm like, wow, they have really done a great job as far as putting businesses and stores and housing and schools and community centers and all these things. And they did it in a short period of time. And the streets are all redone, and the sidewalks and the bike lanes and the new car parking lanes, which I'm not quite cool with those parking. You seen how the cars park in Oak Park now? They put the bike lanes near the sidewalk and the car lanes closer to the street. And it seems to cause, to me, a little confusion. Like when you see those cars there, and it's like, wait, is this car in the street? Is he double parked? Is he in his own lane? It's just a little confusion sometimes with it. But all in all, they have done a tremendous job, and I think the city could do just as good or better when it comes to developing Madison Street. And we have what, 8 miles of it. So until we reach downtown. So hey, bring it on. Oh, they are starting to develop it, right? With the United Center project, was it $10 billion project with a B?
Yep.
10 billion, which means that it's actually going to go more like 20 billion. Maybe even 30, because they usually don't come in on the budget. So always twice they end up doubling the budget in the city somehow. Speaking of budget, I think the city. What is anybody heard what the mayor's proposing for the budget?
Nah, been too. What's really caught my attention is these taxes that's supposed to be levied. One is a social media tax. Not sure exactly what that's supposed to be. They've been tossing around a congestion tax for a long time now. So that's back up. Basically, now I want to say it's basically going to be like surcharge pricing around times of congestion for those that, get cabs and Ubers and stuff like that. So I want to say that's the extent of it, but there might even be some other, and this could probably be coming now or in the very near future, because I've also heard of not interstate, but just like inner city traveling. Maybe even out to the western suburbs where they'll throw a ticket on that thing.
So
Uh,
if you're traveling out of the city to the
right,
western suburbs,
right, in and out.
oh,
That's something that's been kicked around before, but I think even to the like, you know, talking about potentially, throwing the tax on that type of travel, if you will. So I don't think that's going to be in this budget, but I do know that that's a state thing. I just think that congestion tax still just more or less relates to surcharge um, for traveling via like Uber or Lyft and stuff like that. And then, of course, they've been tossing around the head tax for some time now. If you got, if you got a number of employees, you'll be, taxed per the number of employees you got in your organization. I forgot what's the exact number. So just that's all I've been really hearing about it, is just, another conversation on taxes
yeah.
more than
Thing,
anything. Yeah.
thing is, it's just it's just so amazing because as we continue to tax, where are the wages? Are the wages going up? You know,
I mean,
that's,
well, look, they showing us the move. They putting in all these bike, man. Get rid of your car, get you a bike, get you a scooter. You know, um, yeah, don't
yeah,
own them. They kind of telling us how they want us to live. So I don't know, man.
yeah.
Like,
That's just a hard one to do when we have harsh weather. That's the thing.
yeah, for sure, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
man.
Now, Mr. Glover said he got something he wanted to add on because he said he wanted to talk to you about the budget. Go ahead, Mr. Glover.
Well, to add on what you all were saying about the budget, he wants to put the TIF funds,
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Go ahead.
adding to.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Adding what you all were saying, the problem he having with this budget is that he wants to take TIF funds and make it a big amount, and the aldermen are opposed to that because that takes away projects in their wards.
Absolutely.
All right, so that takes away projects in his ward. Another thing that the mayor doesn't want to do, he doesn't want to do furlough days, and he says the unions are opposed to it. Well, really, the only union that's opposed to that is the Chicago Teachers Union. Because as a previous city employee, our union, Local 9 Electricity, and all the other unions in the city, we took furlough days.
Right.
He doesn't, and he doesn't want to do furlough days, and he's going to have to do furlough days.
Really?
So opposed to people being laid off. And like I said, all the other unions probably would go with him to take furlough days.
Right.
But he's opposed to that because the teachers union. He don't want them to take furlough days.
Wow.
And another thing, like I said, these TIF funds, he's talking a lot of money. I don't know the exact number, but if he used those TIF funds, all the aldermen, they can't get projects done in their wards.
Right.
And like you all said earlier, that head tax, businesses are very opposed to that head tax.
Right.
So he's got. I don't know what he can do. It's a tough situation, but you know. So I don't know. No, he's in a tough situation. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, that along with the whole idea that the SNAP benefits are about to come to an end, and we don't know what's going to happen with medical situations.
Right. Right.
There's a lot, going on, and I was just saying, how do we come together to rectify these problems before we have even more, before there are even more?
Well, the thing with the taxes, all the previous administrations, at least the last two, they just push it down the road. Instead of trying to, the pension. I mean, at one time they were thinking about maybe the employees, as far as the pension, they go into the pension, or sometimes they floated the idea where they set up like separate accounts for the employees, and there won't be anything paid into a pension anymore. You set up your own. I mean, so it's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough when the world has changed. I remember the company I worked for. They had a pension back in '93, and then they stopped it in '94. They went to 401.
Yeah, so. But yeah, we're some tough situations.
Absolutely.
So, I'm gonna keep listening, guys.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So what you guys say about that? Those are some of the things that could be handicapping the mayor. Let's say, what direction does he have? What leverage does he have when those things are at the forefront? The pensions. Now we're talking about SNAP benefits from the federal government disappearing. Medical situations, Medicaid, Medicare, I don't know which one it is. Affordable Care Act provisions or changing or will change or what have you. So what do you guys say to that? What do you know, Tiny? Or what do you know? I see you on there, Jose. Go ahead, Tiny just popped. Go ahead, Tiny.
Yeah. No, but I really don't know. I really don't know.
Because we never had to experience anything like this.
Wait,
Right.
so what you mean? We haven't experienced a shutdown before?
Not to the fact where people would not be able to have food if they were used to getting food through the federal government.
Mm-hmm. We just gotta see how it play out, you know what I'm saying? We all know everything don't last forever, so it's par for the course for something like this to happen. Not saying it's right, it's a bipartisan agreement. It's 12 sectors that they are supposed to agree on, and Democrats or Republicans throwing in little things inside the bill, and that one little thing could just throw the whole bill off. A Republican or a Democrat might disagree. We don't want that in the bill. Everything falls, government shut down. So I mean, people just got it right now. Hope people done the right thing with um they benefits, because it might get a little rough.
Yeah. Well, this is what people gonna have to be counting on people now, Hey,
Oh
we
no,
gonna
yeah.
have to.
Let's see how close this black community is. That's how in black and brown coalition. You know this unity. Let's see. You know the Free Palestine people, the No Kings people. Let's see if they gonna come together and help somebody get some food on the table. Let's see. If, you know they come together for something like this. I'll be
Okay.
remiss.
No, I think people would help people, and especially when you know people are out there that have been helping others. So I don't think it's a problem where people will try to share what if they have more than others with try to share if that was the case. But everybody, especially younger people, I think they just become used to this is the land of milk and honey, and ain't nothing gonna ever get bad or it can never get bad. And if you've never seen bad, I guess that's probably how you would think. But bad wasn't too far from our past. Tiny and I was just talking about that. I was like, Tiny, you remember the days when you didn't have electricity or a refrigerator? You put your cold foods out and especially if it was wintertime, you put your food out on the window ledge so that the atmosphere would freeze it or keep it cold or keep it from spoiling. But that was only in the winter. And then summertime, you got a whole nother scenario you got to deal with. You don't have electricity or a refrigerator, but hopefully by then you on deck. DeAndre was just saying that one of the things that could possibly happen is they're levying a bunch of taxes. What do you say? He called it what was it called? Not transportation tax, but it was congestion tax. Yeah.
Congestion tax. Yeah.
Yeah. That's another one.
Nah, because I
Go
was
ahead.
thinking, like, for example, I don't know if we would adopt this model, but in particular, because we don't have bridges the same way that New York does. But New York has the congestion tax too, where they if you during rush hour use one of their bridges or whatever, it's a certain amount of money. I would, obviously we don't have anything that's similar, but if we were to create express lanes and stuff like that, we could, do something like that. And I wouldn't put it too far past us to want to create something like that as a revenue generator.
Yeah, you're right.
But
they pay to go into the boroughs in New York, in and out of the boroughs. So.
Right, but that's what I was saying. Like I've heard that that's something that we kind of want to do in terms of leaving, going in and out the western suburbs. So yeah,
they could create revenue because people go out there and spend their time.
Yeah, but see, I don't understand why would they even do something like that? Like it's already enough. They got cameras watching you, hitting you with traffic lights. So it's like, why do you raise taxes every? I'm just trying to understand the reason of doing something like that. Like, what does that do?
Man, because we don't have any means of making money. We don't.
Yeah, but that don't mean you keep taxing us, and then
Man,
you doing the wrong thing with the money. You
uh,
ain't even doing what the people want you to do with the money. We paying all this taxes to the government, and they not even doing what they supposed to do. We got 30-some trillion as a whole in debt, and we got our own Chicago debt, and y'all want to tax us some more, and then
I lost the sound.
Can't hear.
I can't. Okay, okay.
Tiny.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Tiny.
kind of predatory.
Nah, it is though. Like, I mean, the sheer fact of the matter is nobody can figure out how to generate any revenue without taxes. Like everything, like I mean,
Well,
grant
in Dubai, they don't got taxes. You can find out ways to generate revenue. They don't tax in Dubai. They don't tax nobody.
that
Not for food, not for products or nothing.
crazy zero tax on everything in
Yeah,
Dubai.
yeah. You do not pay tax, and is I think it's against the religion in Islam. But yeah, Dubai don't charge no tax.
So you got to look at the people per capita. There aren't that many people in
No, it's a
Dubai.
lot of people in Dubai.
I
It's a
don't
lot
think
of people off in there in Dubai.
check that one out. Rick. I don't think it's more than 2 million, is it? If that.
I'll chime in. Hey, everybody, Chantel Franklin. I've actually been to Dubai. Nobody's poor. They don't have no homelessness. They don't have none of that. Like, so I don't know what y'all were talking about
No,
related
they
to
do have
Dubai.
it.
Well, they bring their family members together because I've actually visited and I was there for about a week and never saw anything that was not, even if they do have a knucklehead in the family, they still took care of them. Like they were still very affluent. So, yeah.
Yeah, but they do have
Three
some poor because they
people.
pay people.
Got a
Slave.
population.
What's that?
3.8 million people. So they got a Chicago population.
And then also, the same thing with Trump. He trying to get rid of taxes. He trying to get rid of federal taxes. So, everybody who, working, you don't get that federal tax. You're gonna pay your state tax because that's for the state. But imagine working and getting mostly all your money from your taxes, you know what I'm saying? So he's trying to go to a taxless society where he's not taxing the people. He's trying to do that by doing, upping the tariffs and having other countries pay they fair share, and that levies all the burden on the people paying taxes.
Well, how is that working out with the?
I mean, this the first year, so look at all the accomplishments that he accomplished, and look at all of the billions and billions of dollars that have been flowing in here since he came in office. We've been getting billions of dollars in tariffs, so it's working out. It's playing its course. But it ain't that the end goal yet.
The Chinese are circumventing the whole idea of paying these tariffs going through Mexico and shipping there.
True, but Mexico don't buy as much as we do. So like we do, like America is the consumer capital of the entire world. So if you making all your products, if you a toy store, and you order all of your products, your little squishy things, your fidget spinners, you ordering all from China, and then Mexico ain't ordering them. They're not ordering that stuff. Canada not ordering that stuff. That's America. So China been hurt right now.
No, what I'm saying is they're actually, yeah, I know. Hold on, Mr. Glover got something to say. He said he want to know where the money coming from.
Yeah, I want to say something. Okay.
Go ahead.
Can I please speak? If we get all this money coming in, why are we at the point that we are right now? May I say something? If we get all this money coming in, why are we worried about November 1st, people's SNAP programs will be discontinued? I don't know where to begin at. All this money that we're coming in, well, who's it going to? It's not going to the people here. Where's the money going?
Where's it going? Where's it being held?
Yeah. Well, I understand that. But the people aren't getting it. There's all this money coming into the United States. The people surely aren't getting it. Farmers are in trouble. The economy's in bad shape. Dude wants $240 million from the Department of Justice. He said this owed to him. So where's all these great things, all this money? Where's it going? Who's getting it? The citizens of the United States certainly aren't getting it.
Right. They giving it up, right?
Yeah. And what I can't understand, we will not get to the point of what Trump has done. When Joe Biden left office, we did not have any of these problems that we have right now. Trump created all these problems with his tariffs, good at creating problems, and then going to tell you, I'm going to fix them for you. Patrolling around the country like he's the guy of peace. No, this guy, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. He's doing this and he's such a great president. He's a thief. He's not doing anything for this country. He's just tearing it down day by day.
Okay.
He's a wrecking ball.
You said wrecking ball, like they wrecking the White House.
Yeah. He tore up the West Wing of the White House. No president has ever done what he's doing. Never. They asked, do I have the permission to do this or do that? No, I mean, I don't understand where these people get where this guy is so great. When he's just tearing the fiber and everything up of this country. We were talking about we ain't got this, we ain't got that. The funds for the flood people in Austin, he held them up. Wouldn't even give them to him.
Yeah, that's what we got.
But nobody talks about that. The CTA extension to go out south side, he held them up. All the blue states and everything, he's holding their money up. Everything is revenge instead of being a president. And we up here sitting up talking about how much money he's bringing here.
Yeah, I was trying to say that, the tariffs, the Chinese are getting around it.
The tariffs are a terrible thing. He fined and penalized in Canada because they were playing a tape by Reagan, and Reagan was saying tariffs hurt. Trump, revenge against them, he put a 10% extra tariff on Canada.
Meanwhile,
they don't work, and they're not working for. He makes a beef thing bad for the farmers here, and then go tell them we're going to import beef from Argentina. Right. And on top of that, he's given them $20 billion and maybe 20 more.
Wow.
So all this stuff about he's doing such a great thing, no. That ain't gonna fly. No.
Yeah. So Steve, you gotta understand when you a person that will. He's still going. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Where he has no more elections. I don't know if you all really see what this man is doing. It ain't a joke. So all this stuff glorifying Trump, I don't understand you guys, especially black men. That man don't care.
You say, I lost you.
I'm still here.
Okay, go ahead.
Hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, they're glorifying this man. He don't give a damn about our people. I don't know what's wrong with you.
All right, what you say to that? So, you about to say something, right?
Yeah. So, everyone knows that I don't deal in emotions. So, the tear.
He's on the phone, so it's kind of hard to stop.
No, he's not looking for criminals.
Oh, you talking about the most?
I just don't understand. Why are they up there with this junk talking about how great Trump is and he's bringing money in this country? When he's bringing it in there, who's getting it? Now he's selling the Department of Justice. He wants $240 million for the cases that he lost. It's outrageous what he's doing. He even sit up here and talk about what a great president he is. You gotta be out of your mind.
Right.
You all say he ain't a king. Well, he's trying to get it where you never have. Where's this gerrymandering in all these states so they can get more seats? Because he knows he's in trouble. I don't know what the hell country, what you all watching. I really don't. Where's the money going that he bring it in?
All right, let him.
And what he does, he's a flim-flam man. He creates the problem. Then he comes back and tell you, I'll fix it for you. Case in point. With the farmers. they're losing money, the beef farmers, right? So what did he tell them? Well, we'll import beef from Argentina. You can't make any money like that. Farmers have been on TV and said that doesn't help them.
Right.
You know, and just like I said, in the Austin area, those people that got flooded 2 years ago, he's helping red states that had problems, but he won't even send the money to Illinois. It was in the paper the other day.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
people
Right. So he's still going.
Right. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'm done.
No, let's hear what he got to say. Go ahead. You want to listen to him on YouTube?
Okay. Right. So let me address this long soliloquy he just gave us. So you got to understand, when tariffs come in, that's basically like where our money goes. All of our money, all of our income tax money, when we file and all the taxes, it goes to the Treasury. Then the Treasury takes care, like federal thing, like, you know, all the federal things, you know what I'm saying? Some of the programs that that the federal government gives out to, like, you know, 501(c)s and the defense fund and all of these things. So that's where the money goes. So no one's gonna give, when the tariffs come in, this man, for some reason, I don't know why black people need to stop thinking when money come in, you're gonna get something. Like, you know what I'm saying, go to work, you know what I'm saying, like build something, you know, stop always depending on, especially this guy, he probably get linked too. And I know people who need link should get it, but it's like, come on, only because tariffs coming in, that doesn't mean it's gonna go straight to your pockets. You feel me? It goes through other type of bureaucracies throughout the country. And so
he's saying, what happened to them if we're making this money? Why is he stopping?
I'm telling you, but I'm telling you where the money goes. Now, y'all think y'all gonna get a check from the money. You know, y'all thinking y'all finna get a check from the money.
I think he's saying, what about the project that was supposed to get taken care of? Transportation project.
Yeah. No, ain't none of that going on. When you got people like Brandon Johnson doing what he doing, and you think Trump, hold on, it got a lot to do with it. They got a lot to do with it, because what's the name? He do the same thing. Brandon Johnson do the same thing. If you didn't vote for Brandon Johnson, do you think he giving any money to any organization, even if the organization got a good cause? You think Brandon Johnson giving him money? No, he gonna say, the hell with you. You ain't vote for me. So why y'all mad that Trump do the same thing?
I don't think that's the case. I really don't think it
is the case.
First
Go
of
to
all,
Reddit.
When you say didn't vote for you, how do you determine what organization? That makes no sense. It doesn't.
Come on, you think Brandon Johnson don't know who didn't vote for him and who did? Come on now.
People are just flat out saying they didn't do that, and that's way. But I mean, a whole community, a whole area, a whole part of a city, because you say, oh, they didn't vote for me. I don't think that's how he operates.
Oh yeah, that's how he operate. I know it. I know it. Go to Reddit. It's some aldermen up there that didn't vote for him, and they put it on Reddit. And then some of them wards, they been asking for some of that money, and he ain't been giving them allocating none of that money to none of their causes and none of their programs, because he know that they did not vote for him. Come on now.
I think it's probably more so that they didn't vote for things that would have been applicative to helping the whole city. If you ain't trying to the whole city, then how do you expect to get help? You know.
Well, if I got something for my program, if my area helps, whatever program I got, it helps the city. So yeah, it does help the city. You know what I'm saying? But again, he picks and chooses. So don't get mad when Trump pick and choose. Y'all, like this whole no king again. You know, I'm telling you where the money coming from. where the tariffs coming from and how it's working.
But did you
I
hear
mean,
what I said about the tariffs? That the Chinese are really not playing that game. They're shipping everything into Mexico and then putting it on trains and trucks and sending it through Mexico so they can
that
avoid the tariffs.
that's not happening at a large scale. You're not getting past customs. You're not
But
getting. Hold on, Steve. You talking to somebody who works for a logistics company.
and
We
I
know the value. We know the volume that comes in and come out. We know what stuff is coming in and coming out. So
you're telling me you've seen a halt and a cease in Chinese products and merchandise. You've seen
have
it.
have I seen a halt?
Yeah, and a drastic slowdown in Chinese product and merchandise.
No, I haven't. But again, a lot of people got different vendors. A lot of people go to India. A lot of people go anywhere. And I don't know if you've been looking at the news, but China just sent one of their ambassadors to come to Trump about that. They again, all countries play they bolstering and they trade wars. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all like to look at it from a lens of, oh, China's actually winning. They not winning because nobody buying their stuff. Imagine you got a factory, Steve, full of rubber duckies. And y'all was selling rubber duckies for the past 15 years, nilly-willy. And now all of a sudden you can't sell them because it's a high tariff on them. And they gotta shut down their factories and shut down the rubber ducky machine. Come on now.
No. Okay.
I'm just keeping it 100. That's how it works.
Hold on, give me 1 minute. I gotta say this because, again, you just said, Mosaic, that products have not stopped. The flow is pretty much the same, but now you.
I didn't say that.
You did. I said, do you think the production flow from China and merchandise has halted and slowed down? You said no, it's the same.
No, I didn't say it's the same. I didn't say it's the same.
Right.
I didn't say it's the same.
Right.
There are tariffs in place, so of course there was some strain on products coming in and coming out. I don't think it's totally ceased, and I don't think it's totally at the same value. I think it's really at a limbo. I think things are coming in from China. I see stuff coming in from China. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is got to still get through customs though. It's got to get through there. So certain stuff is getting taxed. So people might be buying things at a higher margin.
Well, what I was just saying to you is that my understanding was much of what used to come into our ports are going to Mexico through their ports, and then the Mexicans are shipping it in still through customs, trains, and trucks.
Well, it's got to get through customs, so I'm pretty sure there are things getting stopped.
But you have to realize that they have a different label on them after they come into Mexico.
Yeah, but customs get to open your packages up too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they got full autonomy to open your packages up. So
if they've already been staffed to clear through Mexico, they're staffed to clear through Mexico.
I mean, if it get through, it get through.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm understanding is going on. The other reason I say that is because this is a side note based on ICE. ICE has been stopping a lot of the trucks, and they ask the guys where you say something in English or something. Then if they don't sound right, they take them off the truck. So what they've been doing is putting more merchandise on trains. And I don't know if anybody's noticed, the trains are more frequent and a lot longer now. Have you guys noticed that? No? Okay. All right, Mr. Glover, you had something to say?
I just like to say that. Why? I just have one question. Why are we in the shape that we're in? When Biden left office, we didn't have the problems that we have today. But all of a
Which
sudden,
problems?
the economy, the economy, the thing with the gerrymander, all this chaos that we have. We didn't have it when Biden left office. Why all of a sudden, when Trump comes in,
Yes, we did.
we're in the state that we're in now? Why?
Inflation was very high. It was almost 3% when Biden was in office. Inflation was high. Do y'all not remember when the eggs was really high when Biden was here? Do y'all not remember when the gas prices was high? He did lower them. Biden did lower them. He did lower them. But inflation was very high.
Oh. Well, what's high now? What's high now? What is high right now?
What do you mean? Anything over if it's 2.3%, that's pretty high.
Well. Everything is high right now. Everything. And come Friday, people's insurance and everything is going to double, in some cases triple. Do you think that is all right? That's getting ready to happen. Right. When it doesn't have to. All this is created by Trump. All of it. Before he got in office, people weren't worried about their insurance going up twice or 3 times. Money that was supposed to come from the federal government was coming to the states.
This is a legit question. Are any of the lawmakers going to not accept a paycheck in solidarity with the people that won't be getting?
Well, shouldn't even get a check. They shouldn't get a check.
That's what Richard Borkin said today.
No, I'm asking. Are they getting checks though?
Yeah,
100%. Yep, they getting checks.
Exactly. So what we talking about? Why we worried about? We got a whole over here.
Worried about Trump.
That's still.
Another thing you said about people can't.
He's not gonna answer it, bro.
Government, and I agree with you. Government is not designed to do everything, but this guy is outrageous. And these tariffs is a joke. They're not working. Not for the regular public people. They're not working.
Well, brother, let me ask you a question, my good sir. My good sir.
Well, I just want to ask you one question.
I'm gonna ask you a question, sir. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I want
to ask you something. Is the average American citizen better today than they were a year ago?
Yes. Yes. So let me ask you a question. So do you think it's fair if I'm a country, I'm America, and you America and you Vietnamese? You got cars I like. Hold on, brother. Hold on. You got cars. Hold on. Okay, my bad. Me and you are 2 different countries. I'm America, and you Taiwan. You got cars I like. I got cars you like. When I sell cars to you, when I sell you my Hondas, you say, all right, every Honda, put a tariff on it. A tariff is nothing but a tax. That's what tariffs mean. I'm gonna put a tax on it. You charge me $200 per car. Tax. Now, wait, hold on. See, look, he can't even control himself, Steve. He don't care about black people. He don't even listen to black people.
I want to hear what he got to say.
We are not better off than we were before. We are not.
Again, see, exactly. He know where I'm going.
Guy, he's doing his math. It might be Chinese math, and I don't know where he comes from.
All right, cool. Okay. Look, he don't want to listen. Look, he don't want to listen. This the same guy who couldn't tell we were no kings, man. It's the same guy.
Enjoy the show with him. Okay, because he always talks this clown stuff, and I ain't got
He emotional.
You all have a good look. I'm a
He
very
emotional. He running, Steve. I got him running.
thing from anyone. You understand, brother? And I live good, but I care about my people. Okay.
You live good. So how much you donating to the show today?
I'll tell you what.
You donating to the show today since you living good.
Hold on.
See what he do to you, okay? Continue to listen to the show.
Hold on, I want to hear this math, Mr. Glover. All right. So you said
Okay, right. So, okay, if I'm the United States of America and he's Vietnam, we both got mutual products that we leave. Is it fair to charge higher tariffs for your product than mine? I'm charging you 20%, you charging me 50%. Is that fair?
It's all subjective. It's all
okay, and I agree with you. Now, is it fair to say, you know what? I am the bigger country, and we do so. I'm not going to charge you that much. I'm gonna go up a little bit on tariffs. Let's meet in the middle. Is that wrong, Steve?
I don't think it quite works like that. I don't think it's.
That's exactly how. Come on, Dre.
Let me ask you this: what makes you think this guy's the smartest apple in the bunch to come up with this? He's the only. Tariffs have been around for decades. I mean, what makes you think that
Trump been saying it?
The smartest apple in the bunch. That's all.
Trump been saying this since the 1970s that America is getting screwed over in the trade. Nothing that Trump is doing, he ain't been saying since the 70s. Before I was born, this man was saying America is not being treated right in the trade. And don't get me wrong, it's going to cause a lot of instability. I agree with that. It is going to cause a lot of instability, but it's for the future. Great generations from now will benefit from these new tariffs that's coming in. It's called a trade war. And we all got to feel it.
Well, you do realize that if China is going to sell their merchandise and products, they're going to sell it all over the world.
Don't nobody want that stuff like America, though, Steve. We are the top consumers.
I don't know about that. You know, if you can make it, you can get people to buy it. That's just the reality, and it's been proven. But Mr. Glover, what he was saying is that, you know, again, we're looking at Trump as he's the smartest apple in the bunch, and this stuff has been things have been going on for years and decades. Now he comes with this and just drops the bomb, and everything
he been dropped the bomb. He been saying it from the 80s. If you followed him, and then you can look up videos of him talking. You know, a younger Trump saying the same thing. America is getting screwed over on trade.
I'll also add that one of the reasons why he put tariffs out there was to encourage us to do more domestic development, because once Ronald Reagan opened up trade channels for us to be in a situation that we are in now, you know, we stopped. USA made didn't mean anything anymore. So he was trying to also encourage us to stop sending our products overseas and having it built for cheap and have it built at home. But the way that the system has already developed around international trade, if you build at home, it's going to cost you significantly more, meaning you're going to have to pass that savings off or those costs off to the consumer. Although companies don't have to, honestly, but American greed has reached the point of no return. Nobody is going to take less in order to build these products here. So although it makes sense to do so, especially if you want to spur development in your homeland, we might be too late. It may not even do exactly what it was designed to do, to be honest.
Well, the real deal actually started with Nixon. Nixon opened up the floodgates.
Yeah, that's why I'm in Nixon. Well,
Okay.
no, I mean Reagan. Reagan did it, but why Nixon? My bad.
Well, Nixon was the one that opened up. He was the first one to go to China and say, there's gonna be a new day, and China is the way. And
Okay, that's why. Okay, I was talking about then. All right, pardon.
He started there, and then he got impeached and screwed everything else up. But that was something else. But one thing you are correct about, I ain't no economist, is that wages are at such a high amount now. In order to create that product, that widget, people would have to make way more than what they're making now just to buy the product that comes from America, based on a little bit of capital greed, capitalism, and people that have businesses. They got a lot of
it. Shit, all of it.
Yeah, yeah, because they want their bottom line. You know that, but even if you took away their bottom line, it still would be a pretty pricey product because, again, what they're paying for wages. Wages are not anywhere comparable to what people are making in other countries. I mean, people are working for $1 a day in some countries.
Yeah.
Comparable to the U.S. dollar, $1 a day. Where our lowest person is making what? Minimum wage at what? $13? Something like that, if not more. So how do you make that product cheaper? The number doesn't add up. I mean, even if you can produce more of them,
cheaper, you could take less, right? Like I said, I've told the story before about
who takes less? The worker? The worker takes less?
Nah, the CEO.
Yeah, they could take less. They could say, you know what? Instead of me taking 2,000,
we could take less.
And
get the employees, but they won't because they need yachts and shit. They need a goddamn Catalina wine mixer every year.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Well, they
saying.
got shareholders, so they're not able to do that. It's really the shareholders, and not the CEO. He could take 2 million off. It's not gonna make a difference. If he took 2 million off from his salary, it still wouldn't make a difference. It's really, they already set a price when they when they got shareholders, and shareholders want to make money, so they gonna stand it out as the customer out as much as possible.
Right, and if we did, man, shit, it's about 8 big guys that own the whole damn stock market, man. BlackRock and fucking Berkshire Hathaway.
Right.
Only a handful of people that own the whole market, man. So
well, which one of them are gonna say instead of taking my 2,000%?
No.
I only take 1,000% off the top. They ain't gonna do that.
None of them. It's over with.
Unless it shows them a bigger profit, bottom line. Yeah, I'll take 1,000 off. It's going to increase my profits by 3,000 that I'm usually getting, only 2,000%. They'll do it, but there ain't nothing going to prove. Plus, again, we've gotten wages to a point where people can't afford to live with what they get now. You talk about the big, and see, that's the thing. They talk this trickle down economics, If you give the big guys the money, they'll make sure everybody fall in line, get some of the money and make some of the money too. Well,
Hello.
What's up, Walter? What you know good?
How are you? Hello,
right.
Mon.
Christmas came early.
Yo.
What do you mean Christmas came early?
Because you came in talking like you Santa Claus.
Yeah, ho. What's going on?
Nothing. We're talking economics and the state of the union right now because we're looking at why indeed the cost of goods and services are up, why indeed tariffs are what they are, why indeed do we have to do this based on the fact that supposedly we're trying to bring stuff home. And I disagree in the way we're trying to bring it home, because you can't bring it home in one big gulp. I mean, it's just like anything. If you've been starving for 25 days, and then you put food in front of a person and they gulp it all up, it ain't gonna sit right in the system. So you gotta do this. You know, you gotta be able to digest this in little bites, little sips, little gulps, but not just one big gulp. It just doesn't work that way. And I disagree that we should have done anything to try to secure the homeland in that manner.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I believe that's part of it. I think the other piece is what Mosaic was saying. It was about, trying to find equality within how we do business with our other countries. For far too long, we've allowed them to tax us at a higher rate than we had done the same. So, like he said, he want to let's equal out the playing field a bit. Understand we still big fish, but and so that was his thoughts as well. But again, this is the problem. This goes back to Mr. Glover was talking about with Biden, and this is a microcosm of politics in general now. Come on, man. First of all, why Paw Paw in that seat? Stop playing. Put a God on my mama. Stop playing. Why Paw Paw in the seat? What are you doing? He's antiquated. We gotta stop playing in politics. We have an octogenarian running the country who was still around the time where black people weren't even equal to other people, right? Not saying that that's his disposition, could care less actually, but I'm talking about these last two folks that we had. Both should have been somewhere kicking it on a golf course or on a yacht somewhere, just relaxing. But we allowing it, like, if to a man, all of us would sit on this phone and be like, no, I would not want my 80-year-old grandpa running a fucking company right now. I would rather he done sit back because he done enjoyed his life and take his time, whatever he got remaining. But we will vote for people like that. Like, come on, bro. Then we sit here talking about we look what we getting. Trump been talking about tariffs since the 70s. He get up in that house, now he gonna enact that. We ain't even in the tariff time anymore. But that's what his say that. You feel me? So it's indicative of politics across it's too old, it's too senile, it's bad decision after bad decision that my child is gonna have to pay for. What the fuck is we doing? But we keep doing the same thing time. And I don't care if you talk about Democrat, Republican, it don't matter. We keep putting the same ideology in there. You go, man, I have yet to sit somewhere where somebody gives an idea of something that I'm like, that is very forward thinking. Damn, that's a good idea. Why haven't we done that already? And I guarantee you, ain't nobody on this phone could say they sat around somebody like that. Like, man, Joe, y'all playing, man.
You're right. You're going in the right direction with it when you said what is it going to take to equalize or be better than the other countries that can produce the widgets and goods that we typically buy. And I've always said, once we have reached that point of saturation where China and other countries are producing at such a great rate that the products become quality enough for people to accept, we got to rethink it by automating. That's the only way, because we can't.
How?
What'd you say?
Okay, look at the budget right now. Why would you charge corporation a head tax, right? When all the companies were moving out of Chicago in the 70s and 80s, and they were charging a head tax back then. Every corporation, they always want to outcharge them, tax them until they leave. So how do you it goes from the top.
That's what I'm saying right now, that if we automate, you reduce your head count and you up your productivity and production. But the problem with that is, and I don't know if anybody's paid attention to this like I have, because I've worked in manufacturing engineering almost 30 some odd years, Chinese, they have come to a point where they can make a quality product now, and they could still make it cheaper with automation or not. And they're using both. So now automation is not something that we can compare to what they're doing. Look at this vehicle they're making, BY, electric vehicle. The whole rest of the world's getting these cars for like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 horsepower.
They're junk.
Well, I mean, what is junk?
What is junk? What they're producing? You think electric? Would you drive an electric car?
I could. I
Oh,
don't.
you
I don't.
can.
I mean, I don't do a lot of miles, so I don't. It's like saying, would I drive a golf cart? Yeah, I'd drive a golf cart if it was nice enough. with the distances
The first thing goes on wrong with the electric car is the battery. The exchange on the battery, they gotta decompose. So that's poisonous. That's number one.
No,
Number
you're talking
two,
about cost of disposal. That's a whole nother thing. But yes, we get that.
and then how much a battery costs? Probably more than the car. 10,
Okay.
20 grand.
Okay. But
So is that feasible?
But that's one component that you can focus on, and then you can put a lot of your energy and technology and design into the other little things that go with a vehicle and make them quality, because you can put time into that. You don't have to think about all these other components. I'm just saying that it's an alternative way to get people transported. And why aren't we in that right now?
Why? Greed.
Another field that we could be making money on, but China's flooding the market.
Greed. Mostly is greed.
Well, we know that. We know it's greed.
You know, China is just mass producing, but how long? I mean, is there, like, we got regulations here? They have no regulations there.
Yes,
Japan got better regulations than there.
They're getting more and more regulated as we speak, and it's been going
How
on
do
for
you
years.
know?
How do I know?
Were you there?
I could compare. I used to do business with China in the '80s. I mean, literally, it was really Hong Kong by way of what we used to call mainland. I mean,
Hong Kong was part of England.
It's still partially kind of, if you really want to know, but they, the lease was up in '99, so that's when everything was supposed to be dumped over, but they just slowly started moving things back into control of China. We don't even call it mainland anymore, but we used to call it mainland. But no, believe me, the quality was just not there. We used to sit in.
Then why are we talking about China? Supposed to be our biggest enemy.
Because
you see it, yes.
Do you not see the production? Do you not see?
No, you didn't see, like, okay, the Cold War was against communism. We fought them during the 70s, and then we saved them. Then they killed their own people, 50 million people, and then we're doing business with them, and we're at war with them.
Back it up.
Economic warfare, my friend.
Who fought who in it?
Huh?
Who fought, when you say we fought them in the 70s, who is we and what? Who did we fight in the 70s?
Vietnam, my friend, Vietnam.
Okay, that's Vietnam, but that's a whole other thing. I thought you were saying China.
We did fight the Chinese. They went over the border to Vietnam.
Yeah, but that wasn't really
straight.
That really wasn't straight with the Chinese.
Oh my God, we got economic warfare with China now. This is economic warfare.
Actual brutal war.
I don't know how we could classify this as warfare when we owe them them trillions that we owe to somebody. That's China trillions.
Yeah.
Okay, who owns all this money that's floating around?
We've already paid for China's next 100 years. What are we talking about? There is no such.
Yeah, why? You got to answer your answer. You answered your own answer.
Now,
Yeah.
you
How? Through trade. Through trade. That's how they. If you look at the economic warfare from the 70s to now with China, you should open up your eyes and it makes sense. Because we're 150 billion to 200 billion in debt with China every year in trade. You got to
Hey,
balance the books. You got to balance the books. We export 100 billion, but we don't export 100 billion to China. It's $2 billion.
okay,
So you gotta balance. You gotta balance the books.
and your solution to doing that is
Balancing the books.
how? How do you balance it? That's my question.
Policy. That's how you do it. Policy.
And what kind of policies might that be that are not the policies that we see now, that we're seeing now?
Well, you don't trade.
Walter want to say tariffs. Just say it, Walter. Don't be afraid of the word.
I ain't afraid of no words.
Is
No, you control the input and export and imports. That's
okay.
by the policies.
And what we've been saying this whole show is that don't seem to be working out because we jumped into this too fast. You know, again, I said if you were a person that hadn't had a sandwich or any meal in 30 days, you can't just throw a whole steak and potatoes and with the sides in front of this person and expect them to just gulp it down and be good with that for their body. It just
And then you have Chinese spies in their own government. And it's a proven fact.
All right, we ain't talking about that part yet. We're talking about the economics of this all.
This is what it is. You ever heard of spies that took our economic interests?
Well, whose fault that the spies got in here?
Whose fault?
Yeah.
Oh, you just want me to say one guy's name. That's what you're waiting for.
Well, no, I'm saying whose fault is it? But if you know one guy, which I doubt if you do.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah, his name's Walter.
Yeah. No, been going on since the Congress people. You don't think there's spies around the Congress? Lobbyists? Come on.
Oh yeah, they definitely out there spying on them people, seeing them and do all them bad deeds and put them up under that docket so they can get them up under their thumb. Well, that's what people got to worry about.
I've been around now. I see it, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about this.
Yeah, they want all them bad deeds. Yes, sir.
So what do you think congressmen or congresswomen go in there with no money, leave out there with millionaires?
We should do a survey on that.
Steve, both sides. I'm not going to say one side. It's both sides. I see it.
That's because well, I would say this because you're going in there to make connections. That's why all politics is nothing more than relationships. That's it. So the more relationships you have, especially internationally, the more opportunity you open yourself up to make money. Now, I know we see from the perspective of them maybe having influence in terms of the stock market because a lot of them do. In fact, I follow this one particular channel and it's called Nancy Pelosi. I think it's called Pelosi Tracker, and it tracks her and other top officials in terms of the investment decisions they make. And I promise you, if you made the same investment decisions that they made, you'll be a millionaire too. So
see, that's insider trading.
Hey, I don't know what they do, but I know it's successful. But beyond that, though, you also have the international community. So you're going in there to make connections. And if you're gonna sit in that however long you gonna sit in there and you don't come out making money, then you a fool because it ain't like I told people. The public shit that we see, that's theater. That ain't politics. That's theater. The politics happen behind the scenes with the relationships and the talking all day long. So if you go in there and you don't come out a millionaire, then you a fool.
The globalists control all this stuff in politics. We're fighting Republican Democrats. I bet you they're in there having steak dinners on
Man,
us.
people gonna sit there on them benches and yell at each other and curse each other out. And then when break is called, they gonna go have a ham sandwich at Manny's Deli. What are we talking about, man? We know what it's just theater.
So let's just say this is true about politicians. Only thing I can say is I don't know any of them, congressmen, senators, that's local, that's been around, that end up being these multi-billionaires or whatever.
But we got to keep it a buck. So you're right, and you know why? It's because black people have a different mindset as it relates to economics, and we also got a different mindset as it relates to politics. You know, we go in there and really want to save the world. You know, because it ain't about our community. As soon as a black person gets elected, it does not become about what I want to do for my community. It's always about everybody. Every other community go in and focus on their community. That's number one. So you ain't gonna be able to get rich like that because we all know in order to get rich, you got to be selfish to a degree. The other thing is, as Congressman Davis put it before, most of the black elected officials don't have another job. Their counterparts, they're still lawyers. They're still doctors. They have consultant agencies. They're real estate agents. They're this, they're that, and they still are doing another job that probably could command anywhere from 100 to 200,000 a year, in addition to working a job that commands 180,000 a year, plus whatever you're gonna get for sitting on your committees and whatever you're gonna get under the table from making the connections that I was talking about earlier. So when you
what about Walter Burnett?
Hey, I think he a consummate politician. I'm sure he got the millions tucked. I'm sure he got the millions tucked for sure. You know what he's doing. He's a consummate politician.
See, everybody knows.
It is said that he, you know, when that casino came into his ward, that was all she wrote for him. And I think get out once he got enough.
Hey, Steve, I got a shirt for you.
Okay.
I just want
You
us
want
to
me to
stop.
bring it for Thursday?
Yes, man.
What kind of shirt is it?
Politics. Let's do politics. Let's stop being naive about it.
Says Mega on there. You want it? I got a hat for you too.
I don't know what I
Politics is you buy.
I don't know what I can do with that hat, but I can sure wipe my ass with the shirt. So bring that.
I'll bring it Thursday.
Post the other day, Walter, and it said, "Y'all want to know if racism's still alive? Be a black person and wear a MAGA hat."
What are you saying?
Which is
Yeah.
malarkey. Like, why I gotta think like everybody else? Like, I believe this. I believe in some social justiceness, you know, and I'm also Trump supporter. Why I can't believe in both?
Because they don't go together.
I mean, I believe in deporting people who snuck over the border, but I also believe in people getting their SNAP benefits.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's just a
Can I say something about SNAP benefits?
political party.
Can I say something about that?
You're gonna say it anyway. Go ahead.
Okay. About SNAP benefits, it's gonna be, man. You think those protests with No King protests is something? This thing is gonna be a lot bigger than. Because I looked at the numbers. 41 million people got SNAP benefits. You cut that cheese from people, they're gonna be robbing the cheese and everything else in the stores.
Well, hopefully the white liberals come and save everybody. Like You know, let's have a rally for that. Hopefully they rally for that.
Well,
Maybe Eastbrook could save
thing,
them.
the thing about that is they'll be rallying for themselves because the majority of people that have SNAP benefits are white people. So
Where's the
that's
statistics?
what?
Oh yeah, well no, that's the
I
truth.
know
They're
this.
like
It's a white woman that went viral on talking about how she scammed for $4,000 of SNAP benefits.
Damn.
White people are the biggest purveyors and recipients of
Again,
EBT.
they're
watch
numbers than us, so we already know this.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre too?
Oh, you heard about that, Steve?
Yeah, Brett Favre.
No.
Brett
Oh,
Favre came out. He got indicted. Remember
yeah,
he
he
got
was
indicted?
getting millions of dollars, yeah. Millions.
What? What did he do?
He was getting Link. He was getting millions of dollars in Link.
How are you gonna get $1 million in Link? That's impossible.
Not when you white.
Come on,
Come
man.
on.
What,
Look at that, put 100 kids on that? $1 million?
saying white
Yes, Walter.
white privilege, man. Why do you want to show white privilege, Walter?
There is no white privilege.
Come on, Walter.
See, the thing is, they show black people what it is. See, and I can understand why you might be like, wait, what? I can't believe that, because it's shown that black people are the biggest purveyors, but you know, most black men can't get linked because they don't give it to men; they give it to the women. But there are way more white people on link. The white people that voted for Trump, they the ones kind of salty right now because they voted for Trump, thinking, "Hey, I might be a poor white, but I'm over a nigga." And you see what that got them,
man.
Hey, we don't give. Hold on now. You can't let Walter hear you talking like that. He might get a restaurant get his ass whooped. He can say that.
I gotta be 100, Walter. I gotta be 100.
No, I mean, what the hell? People need to live and feed themselves. You cut their food, they're gonna cut you off. Cut you off.
Asshole. Yes, sir.
They did it for Tisha.
Well, reality is the reality, and I mean,
they might start
I think you
Eastbrook.
start telling your white people that it's the reality, Walter, because I can't believe you didn't know that about Brett Favre and what.
No, let my people go.
Well, I'll say this: we got enough. There, I do. I mean, this is still America, and I do believe we still have enough people. I know, like Steve, you was mentioning, you know, the ability to give out food boxes, right?
Right.
And I seen it online as well that folks are gearing up to start providing food to people. Let's not act like that is not something that's available. So even though this may get cut, people still will be able to eat. There's plenty. There's community fridges. There's churches. There's food depositories. There's this. There's that. Like there are enough places where people should not go hungry at all during this time. But I mean, it's still a horrible situation. But the reality is, there is safeguards in place, and all people have to do is make the effort to go to those places and utilize those safeguards.
You're gonna get the word out though.
But also, this is gonna hurt him in the midterms too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't realize that stuff.
It should. Again, I don't know where we be at when it come to voting, because I don't. Again, we made it all the way here where Trump had control of every single form of government, you know, and every single term comes up, we keep talking about the importance of not allowing a particular party to have full control, and we keep finding ourselves here. So I mean, out and vote.
I think he might lose the Congress, and then Senate will be Republican and everything else. But the way it's going now, this thing is gonna hurt him. You know, he needed to correct it, not let it happen, because November is the busiest month to get food. You're gonna feed your family with turkeys and all that other stuff and the trimmings. People don't have that. People are not gonna forget this. They're not gonna forget it.
Yeah.
Like 40
Yeah.
going north. They have a turkey.
I wanted to add though that related to the SNAP cuts, you all should look into it. They actually are requiring that you can only be on it like once every 3 years now. Um, and you can only be on for 90 days, so 3 months. Um, and so and you gotta work and or volunteer if you're able body
Yeah, I feel
between
like additionally. So look, I know you just said
which
3
is
months,
good.
but is it the 20-hour requirement as in a
No, it's like
only?
80 hours. It's like 80 hours you got to even volunteer or work. So
80
I definitely
hours.
recommend checking into
$40.
checking into the new requirements. And I just wanted to push back on the idea that people will be covered. You know, I ain't gonna lie, yesterday I was headed to a meeting and I rode past a food pantry where the line was wrapped around the corner. I've actually been listening to some of these food pantry owners and they've been saying like, you know, they've been running out of food. Like it's getting that bad for people. And so I would say that, you know, sure we may find a way to make it work because we don't have another choice. If the program is cut, it's cut. But I do think that, you know, people are gonna feel this, you know, and they're gonna feel it really strong. And so that's also in turn going to put more work on these food pantries that are staffed up to a certain amount. You get what I'm saying? So I think that the churches, etc. I do just feel like, you know, we're gonna feel this. And it's really unfortunate that, you know, we have a program as such. He didn't went too far. You get what I'm saying? Like link Trump is too far.
Well,
Well, you know what? Brandon Johnson has spent $138 million on immigrants. So he should be able to come up with another $138 million for people who need food.
well, he
Well,
did. He support
let
that.
me just say that the SNAP is a federal program. Like that's so even no
ICE
matter
is
what's
too.
going here at the city,
DeAndre,
sure. And nobody is
ICE
saying
is
that,
too.
but hey, I totally get that, you all. I'm just saying that even related to that, you know, it can be a both and situation.
If
I
he
And
say
can step in and stop federal agents, he can step in and bring in some federal funding out of wherever he get that money from. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
can
just
I
saying, I
say
feel like we
something?
talking apples and oranges because I'm talking about this
We ain't.
federal SNAP program that's being cut. You get what I'm saying? Versus, you know, I don't really thrive well in like the whole, you know, point the finger who could be doing better. We all could be doing better. And
No, you
and
have to
and
see, but that's the problem with the black community. You guys don't point out. You guys don't point out certain things, and they continue to happen. If Martin Luther King would have had your mindset and not pointing thing out, Malcolm X, Ida B. Wells, Shaka Musa Barashango, Martin Luther King, all of these people, if they had your same mindset, Queen, we wouldn't be free today.
listen,
We wouldn't be free
we,
today.
you
Point them
know,
out. We,
I
we,
would
we
just
used to
Can I
play
say.
point
say
them out, knock them out
something?
when I was little.
I
Can
would
I
just
say
say we just not
something?
gonna really see eye to eye on this one, and I'm okay with that. But thank you for your
Can I say something? Both parties are at fault of this nonsense.
100. Mm-hmm.
Both parties, because they got these little bickeries. They're fighting each other. Oh, we're better. We're better. No,
Yeah,
they're getting. Well, they cut their funding, their paychecks. Their paychecks coming in,
well,
regardless.
that's
How about this? How about this? I do agree with the sister because a lot of the government funding that goes to the bigger food depositories, they have been cut as well. So they are running out of food. A lot of them have been asking for outside or other assistance because of their government funding being cut. That's how they were paying for a lot of their donations that they were giving out. So now
It's
they won't even have that. So how
it,
about Trump take that $250 billion that he's building a big dining hall and use that to help feed people since he's cutting all the funding.
Yeah, it's time. It's time for Peacebrook. This is Peacebrook's time to shine. God damn it! If you want to see a model of
Look
people
at
That's
him.
who in the
always,
bottom system on some time exchange shit, this shit right here.
Hmm.
This shit
Yeah,
right
'cause
here.
yep,
Barter exchange.
hey,
we're gonna have to
well,
get back to the basics of farming, growing your
yeah,
own vegetables, and helping one another.
that's what,
How you farm
that's
in the
what,
wintertime?
that's
We're
what one
gonna
of the
build greenhouses.
Walter. Roy White said, Steve, the answer is plant your own food. Get a garden. That's how I was brought up. He said, I have a garden down in Alabama. I got green peas, corn, tomatoes, and things of the such. That's how I survive. That's what he's saying. And he lives here. I don't know how he got his garden, but somebody's giving him stuff and bringing it up there so he can eat off of it.
Nice.
And
Where's my guy at? Where's he been at?
Barry had to go. He went to see the Sound of Music, the play down in
No,
the.
where's my other guy? He's not been on this podcast in a while.
Who's that?
God
The
damn it!
gardener.
The
God damn
gardener.
the world on fire and Barry watching soap operas. God
No,
damn it!
not Barry. What's his name?
Mr. Arnold.
Yeah, Mr. Arnold.
Oh man, I don't know Arnold. I gotta catch up with Arnold. Arnold ain't been on in a while. I don't know
Who?
what's going on.
Arnold in a minute.
But
That's the
but
right.
let's press the point what you said about people in Congress not getting paid. There was a press conference today with Richard Borkins. He's running for the congressional 7th district seat, and he said that they should lose their money also until they get this right.
I ain't gonna lie. I wish. Come on, listen. This is why I need my people to come together. Every single
Both sides. Fuck 'em.
state in Congress that allows this to happen should not have a seat. I just need my people to come together to do something like that. Cause man,
Both.
like, what are we doing? Like, seriously, they are allowing this because it's a dick pulling contest. Like, goddamn it, let's rip them off. Out of there. Like,
Let's rip
nah,
them out of them.
the problem is we'll never get to that space where people, when we talk about accountability would be all of these 41 million people about to lose these stamps because y'all having a dick pulling contest. You know what? You're dismissed. We no longer need your services. We'll put somebody else in that will do exactly what they need to do for the people. But we'll never get there. That's what my problem is. We see it acting out right in front of our faces, and yet we still do nothing.
Yeah,
Sound like,
both sides are fighting over nonsense. They should put the people first.
no, DeAndre sound like the guy on Friday After Next. We no longer need your services. Pimps down.
Yeah, for
Dismiss.
Yeah, but seriously, I think we should do a strategy this year of taking names of every sit-in person that during this time, especially if this is going to happen. And when we show up to the polls, we be like, these were the persons that made sure you didn't get leaked this year. You should make sure they don't have a seat next year. Come on, man. Like we got to start thinking in terms of strategically how we gonna do something that show them that we're serious. Like if we're
Right.
gonna go back and put the same people in position, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we could do anything we want to them. Time and time
Yeah.
again, it's already shown that they don't give a damn. They're gonna keep doing the same thing. So we good. We could keep doing this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta do something different.
So
I
what's
want
the
to.
Democrat Party doing, the congressmen? What are they doing?
I wanted to add though that Jasmine Crockett had just said the same thing that that they shouldn't have a job. They take away your benefits. They're not doing their job. They shouldn't have one. So no, I'm with you when you right on that one.
Great.
Well, we're going to see. I want to also remind everybody before it gets too late that on the 1st of November, we will be having at the Northwest Austin Council what is your community land trust event. Let me give you the time and everything really quick. I know it's going to be Saturday.
What is it about?
Saturday at 12 o'clock to 1:30. We'll be doing that event, and it's only an hour and a half. So come on out, find out what's going on with land trust, learn how we're building and program to help the residents stay in their Austin homes. What do we got? Average income of Austin residents, $44,000. Chicago average property taxes, 22% assessments, and increases in home prices have gone up since 2019 to 2024 by 56%. So, come out, have some refreshments.
That mean higher equity or higher taxes? Which one we talking about?
The increase in home prices in Austin between 2019 and 2024 have gone up 56%. Chicago average property taxes assessment have increased by 22%. I don't know over what time, but
Why? Why are the taxes going up?
They got
The property taxes going up, but the property values are going up.
We
Is
got
it the reason why?
Who said that? Who just said that? What say you, Raheem?
Oh yeah, I said, what's up, y'all?
What you
I was
know
saying
good?
the taxes go up because the property values are going up.
Right,
Yeah, it's all fartsy. That's all what it is.
right. But definitely, you guys. I'm gonna start putting this up on the page on the Facebook page, NAC Facebook page, so you guys know. We kind of put out some messages a week before, because if we do it 2 weeks before, people will forget. So I'm putting it out tonight. I'm gonna put it on the page and start promoting it. I'm gonna get a good group of people out.
Hey, Steve,
Yes, indeed.
when is the taxes coming out?
Good question. Not 100% sure. Maybe we need to talk to Mike. Mike, and he can tell us.
See, why they waited all this time? Because they got these stupid calculations. They're just putting numbers up there.
The numbers on the board.
They
Yeah.
just balloon the prices. They balloon the prices up. And they say, okay, we need to tax money somehow. We got to balloon certain neighborhoods up and say, okay, we're actually doing something. Oh, we got to bump it up, the numbers.
Yeah, but you know where we're living. This day and age, everything's inflated because look, we already know grocery prices are inflated. We already know gas has been what it is, which is weird because I was in Texas a week ago, and everywhere I went, 238, 258, 268, 289, nothing over 3. I'm like, maybe that's like with a car wash or something, but it was of course everywhere. And that was the premium grades. You didn't see anything over 3 with a premium. So
why? We're in a winter blend.
No, that's because it's Texas, and they got a lot of refineries and everything, and that's where probably a lot of the oil comes in.
Winter blend. There's a summer blend, and there's a winter blend.
So
it's been pretty cheap.
Okay.
Huh?
Gas been pretty cheap for me in the twos.
Our price is gonna be $3 here also.
Taxes is over here.
Yeah, I've seen it around like 3, but it obviously I feel like it's inflated in some areas.
Taxes. They make billions and billions of dollars off the tax of gasoline. Billions of dollars. They won't tell you that.
Because we paying it. I'm telling you, I drove for an hour in 2 directions and never saw a gas price over $3. I mean, over $2.80. Never.
We drive the prices of food from the prices of gasoline in Illinois and Chicago. We're driving the prices up. Because why would eggs cost whatever over $5 when it is coming out of a chicken? We don't produce it.
$6 for a dozen eggs.
Yeah, that's because the chickens had got sick. And then they had to they had to kill. Biden had to kill like 1 million chickens because they didn't give them those probiotic shots in time. So they literally had to slaughter millions of chickens, which is ridiculous. Just wasted meat and life.
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
Do you see how chickens live together?
Yeah, no,
They're
yeah,
packing
no.
them
They
in. They're packing them like sardines.
which I don't agree with that. That's the liberal side of me right there. Now that's the Biden side of me. That's Kamala in me. I don't like that. Don't do my chickens like that.
We're
Don't do
gonna
my
feed the
chickens like that.
chicken.
I bought some chicken from Tony's and some chicken wings, and the chicken had a whelp on him. So he either got hit with a whip, or he was or he died pressed against the cage. But it was mighty tender. It was the best piece of chicken I ever had.
Do you like
And
your
what
chicken?
happened? What? I
Yeah,
mean,
I like
what
my
comes
chickens a little
first?
bit whooped before I eat them.
Well, in the same chicken, huh? Hey, hey, where you go shop at? We was up in your neck of the woods the other day on what's the name of the street? Morris or something?
Yeah,
Where?
I'm in now. Too many colors moved in there. I had to move, man. It was getting too bad, man. I'm in
Where
Niles
at?
now. I go to Aldi's, y'all. I shop at Aldi's.
Where are you at? Niles?
Yep, I'm in Niles. About
Uh-oh, that's
two.
so foolish.
Yeah, they had to run them out at Rogers Park.
Yeah, it was a little rough up there. It's a little rough up north.
Yeah. What they call it, the North Pole?
North Pole. It's cold.
The jungle.
But y'all try to come out to this event that we're having this Saturday from 12 to 1:30. Try to let people know.
Okay, I got this shirt for you, waiting for you.
I told you I could use that shirt very well. I don't know what I'm doing. The hat a little bit be a little bit too rough to wipe my ass with, but you give
It's
me that.
red.
You give me that mega shirt.
It's red. That's for you. I got a hat for you too.
I guess I can wear the hat while I'm wiping my ass with the shirt.
Yeah, that's for you.
So sit in with me and give me that crap.
So why is Brandon Johnson charging head tax for all the corporations?
Because he's trying to get money to cover the taxes that we need for the city. I don't have no problem with
What do you want to?
We're $1 billion in the hole, big dog.
I know, but he's just giving money away like it's water.
Gotta do something. Man, that probably wasn't his choice though. We got to keep it a buck though. You know what I mean? When you in position, you know people gonna tell you what to do. You either do it or you know. And I don't mean to sound. I'm not saying this in a. Not trying to be, you know, how do you call it, like disrespectful. You'd end up like Harold Washington. You know, that's the reality. Still America.
Who's controlling the mayor then?
Wait, how did Harold end up? He got a library.
Man, Harold had a drink and he ain't wake up after.
Was he in
wow.
clothing?
I mean, and look, it ain't just Harold, it's a number of aldermen. One guy, they said committed suicide, had 2 shots to the back of his head. He was a black alderman. I think he was it 37 Ward, 29th Ward way back in the day?
Mondale. He's the first.
Okay.
And then they used to kill committeemen too.
Okay, so then hold on, Dre. If you know that information, why you in politics? And ain't you worried about that?
I told you I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't scared of death.
Okay. It's one thing not to be scared, but it's one thing to be smart and like this is bigger than me.
Well, I'll say this. So I think about it often. I think a lot about the safeguards that need to be put in place. That's why I have my brothers with me, man. I'm keeping goons around me. They gonna be that's the known
What do you
folk.
got, your bodyguards? You got your bodyguards around you?
Man, listen.
Them Massage agents, man. Come on, man.
Stop playing, man. I ain't having. I ain't no. Hey, if I don't know you, you can't hang around me.
Massage, man.
You got the Mossad?
We're looking at doing a turkey giveaway also, trying to get something together. But I have more information on that going into next month.
Yes, the people want turkeys.
Well, yeah.
Gobble gobble.
People they don't want food if the SNAP situation falls to the ground. We really got to look at how we can help people, you know.
Yeah, I had a senior on my block ask me who doing turkeys this year. I said, I'm gonna let you know.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So we gonna line all this up and try to see what we can do. Like I said, I kind of named the show "Let's Get It Together."
I want Walter to hand out some turkeys, man. You coming through? Gonna give out some turkeys?
Also, if you want to go to the event, it's gonna be 11/11 at 11 o'clock at the Veterans Garden on the 11th. So just be prepared if you want to come out and support.
Yeah.
You heard me, Walter? I know
When
you
is
came.
that?
What's that?
When?
November the 11th.
November.
Oh, Veterans Day. Veterans Day.
At the Veterans Garden. Veterans Day at the Veterans Garden.
Yeah.
Give me a time.
11 o'clock. You can't miss this.
11.
Right. 11th day at 11 o'clock.
Okay. No, because my phone was going in and out. I didn't hear you.
You got that Polish vodka in your hand, huh?
Yeah, right.
No, it's just my phone. I couldn't hear you.
What they call it? Whiskey? What is it?
No, he's drinking that Black Horse.
Spiritus. That's 190 proof.
No, what's that Polish vodka?
Spiritus is a green bottle. It'll knock you on the floor.
With the Black Horse on it.
Black Horse.
Yeah, it's like 120% proof or some crazy.
That's that vodka.
Huh?
That's that strong vodka. It's gonna get you really pissed
fire
off.
out his mouth.
Huh?
I said Walter's shooting fire out his mouth drinking that.
Off the Magic Dragon. For
Yeah,
sure.
I think that's the strongest alcohol there is.
What happened to them bears?
Beer is no good.
What?
Come on, look at what's happening. Football is all about entertainment. Look at the NBA. They fell apart now with all the scandals. You know, there's too many money. Gambling in sports is too much. So how do you know you got a fair shake in sports? And then how do you know it's not fixed?
Perform. That's what you do. You outperform. You get out there and you outperform. That's what you do.
Come on, Bears outperform. The team barely won one game.
Well, say that again. What?
The Bears lost to a team that won only one game.
Oh, right. I got you.
It's terrible, actually.
Yeah, we gotta do better. Bear down.
What is it? It's like entertainment for us.
Yeah, I know.
Coliseum. Everybody's in the big Coliseum, and we're just watching a game. I might as well some regular kids play football. For real.
Hey, it's gonna get down to that, but we're gonna go back to the basics. Hey, that's what it looks like.
I mean, would I rather watch a game in Amundsen Park than watch a Bears game? They're playing with hearts.
Right.
You know, they're not getting paid. They're playing a lot more better than the damn Bears.
I know. Hey, we about to wind it up, man. We started out on time. We're gonna try to, well, we ain't on time, but that's all good, you know. I just want to make sure you got that information out about this Saturday. I'll come on out, let people know, and get this information about this land banking. It's in conjunction. We're working in conjunction with Hope Park Housing, also coming together. what is it called? Westside Health Authority, and last but not least, the organization is housing. They're called West Cook Home Ownership Center. That's what West Cook. Yeah. So feel free to come out. That's November the 1st, 12 o'clock this Saturday, and we'll be there till 1:30. All righty. So DeAndre, you want to take us out? Wait, Raheem, you got anything in conclusion? Sorry I ain't been able to make you, man. I've been kind of, I don't know, everywhere, busy, and everything else. But we need to talk about this church thing if you want in too.
All right, cool. Yeah, we supposed to do something for Thanksgiving too. It'll be that Sunday after Thanksgiving though. But yeah, we could chop it up for sure. Yeah. Damn, I was gonna say something about something that's coming up, but don't worry about it. I'll let you know when I remember.
Before we go off.
But I was listening in earlier when I jumped on. Y'all was talking about not economic welfare, but economic warfare. I think between like the big three, so like America, Russia, China, is no such thing as economic warfare between those countries. I think like we can use that when we talk about like Haiti and France, or Haiti in the Western world. You know, that's economic warfare that they had on Haiti. That's
Right.
what that looks like. And then yeah, I was talking about the egg prices. I feel like they hyperinflated like the egg prices, like on some speculative stuff because of the threat of what they said, bird flu or whatever. I don't think it necessarily went down like that because chicken prices ain't go up. Now, you could still get you can still get a pack of legs for $4, but if you wanted to get some eggs, you know, you got to pay $13. So I don't know, man. I think they was just trying to get over on us.
Yeah, it goes back to which came first, the chicken or the egg, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah, good observation.
But yeah, just a couple of thoughts, man. Good show, though.
All right, appreciate it. How about you, Walter? You got anything in conclusion?
Yes, it's great talking to everybody on here. I think Thursday we need to be smarter. We need to survive this mess between two parties. We got to hold both parties accountable, not only one side but both sides for the regular common person. And then we need to just fight. Then with the eggs prices, everything it's traded on the commodity exchange. Everything. So they control all the prices all the time. That's my conclusion.
Okay. How about you, Tiny? You got anything in conclusion?
Where's Tiny?
He's right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tiny, you got something? Can't hear you. But
no, I'm just glad to be here.
all right.
Glad. Yeah.
And you anything in conclusion?
No, just remember there's a God and he's on our side.
All right. How about you, Camilla?
No, good talk. Just like Raheem was saying, gonna try to, well, we are gonna give out, be doing Thanksgiving dinners, giving out to the Thanksgiving, full Thanksgiving dinners to the community, on November 30th, Sunday, November 30th, the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Well, Steve, I got a question for you.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, this is like out, but like talking about turkey giveaways, like our group doesn't give out turkeys yet.
Yeah.
We could. But we gotta talk about it Thursday, probably.
Yeah. We could do that. Quick question. How about you, Ella? We ain't heard nothing from you tonight. What you know good? Anything in conclusion?
No, I came in late, but regarding the housing and the taxes and the increase, what's making a lot of this go up is that when the homes go for sale, these contractors outbid everybody and they buy and they fix up the houses and sell it. They give the owner like 130,000 and they fix the houses up and sell them for $300,000 and $400,000. And that's why the property values increased. Because every home over here, a contractor has bought. On my block, I had 5 homes that contractors have bought.
That is true. Corporations are buying houses now too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
and flipping them, increase flips, so to say.
no, not flips. They buy the house, they get Section 8, then they charge $3,000 a month. So they keep the house, they pay it down, and just $3,000 a month, easy money for
Yeah.
them.
Oh, that's a good question there. I know that starting November 1st, he's supposed to, take away the supplemental benefits for the food. But what about housing vouchers and people that get subsidies for their housing? Is that going to be affected as well?
Of course it is.
That's a good question,
So then
actually.
people will be losing their spots. They won't have a place to live.
Yeah, you can't, man. That's even worse.
Well, Medicare and Medicaid too is going to be affected.
But isn't there in the wintertime you could still sit in the spots for 6 months?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I mean, does have that in place, so won't nobody put out anytime soon. Not during the winter.
That or cutting off the heat. They not supposed to do that either.
Yeah, especially now, you can't turn off the heat now.
After October 15th, the heat should be coming on, and they can't cut it off until April, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be backlogged getting Section 8 or whatever vouchers later.
Again, folks just need to. I'm serious though. We need to go ahead right now, sitting in office right now as this happens, and use that when it's time to do these elections in March and say these were the people that were in office that allowed the government to shut down and all of these other things to happen to you. Don't vote them in. We need to do that. We gotta start showing that we mean business in some way. I mean, even just to put something out like that and to give it to our constituents and they see it, lets them know that at least they're being serious.
I mean, we got to call our congressmen too, congresswoman.
Nah, calling won't work. We got to show them. We got to show them like some. They got to see it. They got to know that it's real.
Yeah, hit them where it hurt. You ain't getting this vote.
Hurt in their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts down below.
I hear you.
But yeah. To everybody.
Right. Yeah, that's for me. I mean, unless you want to wrap us up, DeAndre.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say to everybody's comments about housing. The game is the game, man. And unfortunately, we getting played by it. And with so much new development going on in Austin, it's gonna raise property values up anyway. But there's no safeguards for folks that can't afford it to go up. And I know Steve and I, when we did the 40 blocks in the movement, we talked about preservation and how, with Northwest Austin Council being a trusted organization, especially as it relates to housing, we need to be able to start buying up some of these homes, especially from our seniors who have no one to leave it to,
Uh-huh.
and under the organization steward to make sure that we have and preserve our legacy.
Right.
Otherwise, the people
Can I
coming
say something?
outside won't care.
Can I say something? Did they fix up all that flooding?
That was one of the things that Mr. Glover was trying to tell us, that Trump's denied that money, that infrastructure and the property repair money.
No, isn't it allocated beforehand?
Thought it was, but I'm gonna find out because I sit on the West Side Long Term Recovery Group. That's kind of been the forerunners in working with this, and they have yet to have a meeting because there was some tie-up with the city, but I will find out.
There's so much red tape. That's bad.
I know for sure the flooding that happened this summer out south around Midway and other areas out south, FEMA was, they pulled them back. No, they said no. So, they weren't. So.
I got one quick question. So, you all were talking about maybe being trustees of senior housing, like buying up the houses from the seniors. But when you buy the houses from the seniors, you allow them to stay in the properties. And then, if their time come for transition and they pass away, you all will still own the property, and then you'll rent it out again to seniors or someone that's in need of housing.
Well, we were thinking more towards what DeAndre always tends to say, re-gentrification, making sure the people that were already here, bringing them back and letting them stay here even longer.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
Good idea.
Right, because I'll tell you, like, when I was doing my housing search, I found quite a few houses that belong to older Black folks. And every time I got there, I was a day late and dollar short. And every time, every one of those instances, the person that was selling the home was not a person of color, and the person that bought the home was not a person of color. I'm just saying, when we talk about legacy, we're saying preservation of the community as it relates to the people that live here. I mean, otherwise we're gonna keep dealing with this situation where we won't have anywhere where we can call our own community. So that, I don't think anybody is really considering that. And so that's where we were thinking about.
Okay.
And on the flip side, for like senior residents, honestly, I believe the churches need to do that. This is something that Congressman Davis talked about a long time ago, is that our churches should be using that money, hell, even federal dollars, whatever dollars, to build complexes devoted to seniors.
Well, our church did that. Yeah. Our church, we have a senior facility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our church did that. We have a senior facility.
To do that,
because that's $1. You could buy the land or a house for $1. Is that still in effect?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I think they phased that out.
They did?
Yeah, I haven't heard about it in a few years. I haven't heard about it in a while, but I remember when it was happening. But I don't think that still exists. But you can look into it, but I don't think it does.
Look, I'm not sure myself. All right, last thing I'll say is that so for over here at the Rooted Center, I have pretty much my last event for the year. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything other than kind of volunteering and helping out wherever I can. So I am doing a domestic violence event on Thursday, October 30th, from 5:30 to 5 to 7:30, 5 to 7:30. Basically like dinner and discussion, just to have conversation about talk to some victims, some advocates, and then I have the Ruth Cohen Institute for Mental Health is going to come out and do a presentation on intimate partner violence.
What is the address?
5044 West Madison.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, that'll be it for me for this year, and then the rest I'm just gonna be volunteering and helping out wherever I can. So, all right. So with that, like I like to say in closing, they didn't give us seats at the table, so we created our own. We have open seats, and we just trying to welcome y'all home. Thank y'all for allowing us to welcome you to Northwest Austin Council. Y'all have a good night.
Good night,
Good
y'all.
God
Good
bless
night.
everybody.
Have a good week. Be safe, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right,
Thank you.
buddy.
Good night.
Good night.
At all.